Sage Burgener here with Mayhem Burgener Strength. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to be doing a clean and jerk day. So we're going to start off with the Burgener Warm-Up for the clean, and then we're going to transition over to the rack and do some jerk skill work and then some jerk skill transfer exercises. Then we're gonna come back to the floor and we're gonna do a clean complex where we really break down and segment the clean and jerk, prepping and preparing us for the last portion of today, which is just gonna be singles in the clean and jerk. So we're gonna get started first with the Burgener Warm-Up for the clean. So get your empty barbells out and be ready for instruction. Go ahead and get into your clean grips. I want you guys to get a little bit wider grips than what you are comfortable with. I don't want to see those hands directly underneath our shoulders. We want to make sure that our hands are slightly outside of our shoulders, making sure that we also have those hook grips, okay? First movement of the Burgener Warm-Up for the clean is the down and finish. This is where we get to practice jumping and shrugging with a barbell in our hands. Make sure you guys leave the ground when you jump and shrug. We're gonna be doing 3 repetitions of each movement, okay? Stand by, feet are right underneath your shoulders, and down and finish. Beautiful, nice proud chest. Eyes straight ahead, Clara. Stand by, down and finish. Good, nice vertical hips as you do this. You're jumping your hips up. Stand by, down and up. Good. Next, we have our down and finish and then elbows high and outside. This is going to help keep that barbell close to our body. We want to be really intentional with cranking those elbows as high and outside as possible. We're doing 3 repetitions of this. Don't forget to do the down and finish before you allow your arms to bend. Stand by and down and finish. Good. Crank those elbows, okay? Stand by, down and finish. Beautiful. Don't let that chest fall forward, Jason. Stand by, down and finish. Good, okay, so now we have that down and finish. We have those elbows high and outside. Now we're going to whip those elbows through, thinking fast, hands spinning around the barbell, getting back onto our fingertips and getting our elbows as high as possible. Stand by, and down and finish, and reset. So this is a muscle clean, which means we do not rebend our knees. We're going down and up and then finishing with our elbows. We are not doing down, up, down. Okay, stand by and down and finish. Beautiful, reset. They were really good about sliding their hands around the barbell. That was beautiful. Stand by, down and finish. Beautiful elbows, Clara. And reset. Now we have tall cleans. This is my favorite move of the Burgener Warm-Up for the clean because it really teaches us how to pull our bodies down and around the barbell to meet that barbell where it is in space. One of the biggest issues with the clean is that people allow the bar to crash on them. Tall cleans can be a great tool for helping fix that. So Clara and Jason are gonna get up on their toes and they're gonna shrug around and receive the bar in a 2-inch squat position. And go! Stand, reset, good. Keep pulling yourself, okay, Jason? They're gonna land a little bit lower now. Stand by, go! And stand. Clara got a little dip there. Be careful of that, you guys. It's very tempting to want to dip and drive. Just pull yourself down. Stand by, we're going to parallel now. Stand by, go! Oh, parallel, come up a little, Clara. Stand. Okay, now we go all the way down. Now we do 3 all the way down to the bottom. Shrug around the bar. Don't shrug straight down, shrug around and then through. Stand by, go. stand. Again, 2 more. Get tall, go. Stand, good, receive it with nice upright torsos. Stand by, and go. And stand, beautiful, and down. I love those tall cleans, you guys. That is a drill that people do not do enough. So if you are one of those people that have a tendency to jump, drop, pray, and then let that bar crash on you, tall cleans are the move for you. You wanna use the resistance of the barbell to put yourself where you want to go, which is into a very strong, stable front squat position. So now that our clean is nice and warmed up and our body's a little bit more warm, we're now gonna transition over to the rack and get our jerks warmed up. All right, guys, so now we're gonna do some jerk drills to help break down the most difficult parts of the split jerk. So we're gonna start off with 3 tall jerks plus 3 press in split. So the tall jerk really helps you to focus on punching your body down into a split. A lot of times when people do the jerk, they think it's this jump up and this press up of the barbell overhead, when in fact it's not. It's a jump up, we're elevating that bar as high as we can, and then when it's reached its maximum elevation, we then drive our bodies down into our split position directly underneath that barbell. So the tall jerk helps to execute that. And then we stay in that split on our 3rd repetition, and we practice pressing to make sure that we're in a nice, stable split position. If we're not in a stable position, maybe we short-stepped it, or maybe we're too heavy on our front leg, it's gonna be really hard to then press in that position. So it's a great way to trick yourself into finding a stable split position in that jerk. Okay, so we're doing 3 tall jerks and then 3 press in split. So Clara and Jason are gonna take the barbells out of the rack in their same wider clean position. Feet right underneath their hips. You're gonna press it up to your forehead, toes, and punch, stay. Step forward with that front foot, Clara. Oh, so step a little bit longer in that split. Go ahead, recover. And bring it down. All right, ready? Nope, we're doing 3 repetitions. And forehead, toes, punch, stay. Knee back, knee bent. Weight on those hips. And recover, front foot first before you bring that barbell down. Always bring your feet together before you bring that barbell down, you guys. Ready, forehead, toes, punch. Okay, stay in that position. Feel the weight on your hips, not heavy on that front leg. And we're gonna do 3 presses in the front on your own. Go ahead and press, finding that stability, finding that balance, keeping that midline. Now recover, front foot first, and bring the barbells down and rack. This is a movement that is supposed to be done with relatively light weight, so you can move up a little bit, maybe 2.5 pounds, 5 pounds on each side, but we don't wanna overload this movement here. We're just trying to get the mechanics of it down. So whenever you hear me say knee back, knee bent, what I mean by that is a lot of times when people get into this jerk position, they're really heavy on this front leg. Okay, so I wanna see this knee come back so it's nice and vertical. My shin is vertical, and then I wanna see a slight bend in that back leg. Look at what that does to my torso. My torso is nice and upright. If I'm heavy on this front leg, I'm probably gonna be forward with my torso, and my back leg is gonna be way too straight. This is not a strong position to support heavy load over my head. So knee back, knee bent, torso upright and directly underneath that bar. And then I always take intentional steps in my recovery. Step back, step forward. Front, foot first. F, 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 whenever you go into recover for that. Okay, go ahead, next set. Get your grip. All right, forehead, toes, punch. Find it, find it. Recover, front foot first. Make sure your feet hit with solid landing, okay, Jason? Don't walk that tightrope. And forehead, toes, punch. Recover, much better. One more. Forehead, toes, punch. Okay, find your stability and press 3 times. Keep it close to the face, don't go around the face. Eyes straight ahead, hold. Front foot first recovery. And put it down. That set was so much better, both of you. So what you noticed with Jason on his first repetition, when he landed, he kind of was moving around his front foot. Very normal, and that usually is a result of someone kind of walking the tightrope, right? So however wide your hips are, that's how wide you want your base to be so that you have really good stability underneath that bar. If my feet come inside my hips, I'm gonna be really off balance here and I'm not gonna feel very stable. So make sure that you have a nice length for that split and a good stable width as well for your feet, okay? Last set here, you guys. Repeat that last set, that was beautiful. All right, and forehead, toes, drive. Chest up, Clara. Recover. Good, remember, feel yourselves punch down into position. Forehead, toes, drive. Yes. Recover. Again, Clara, tighten up that midline, okay? Ready, forehead, toes, punch, stay. And press in split. Nice strong structures here. And recover front foot first and rack it. Beautiful. I love those movements, just super lightweight, but really helps us to understand you're putting your body, punching your body down into your split position. You're not pressing the bar up on a split jerk. And that split position needs to feel stable, you guys. Your split is your base. So if you short step it, okay, or you're too deep into your lunge or you're off balance, you're not gonna have a stable base underneath you. Create a good foundation for your split jerk so that you have confidence when you're driving heavy weight off of your shoulders. If you don't establish that strong, stable foundation, you're probably not gonna have a lot of confidence jumping heavy weight over your head. So that's a great sequence to really work on those things. We're gonna stay in the rack now, and we're gonna transition into behind the neck jerk plus jerk. Now these are both gonna be split movements, okay? So behind the neck split jerk and then split jerk. We're gonna do 2 behind the neck split jerks. Going from behind the neck really helps us to feel where that bar is supposed to end up overhead. We don't have the added pressure of having to move our face out of the way, right? And then get the bar into position. So when we go from behind the neck, the bar just has to travel straight up over our head. So when we can identify and establish where that bar should go, now we can go into the jerks from the front and make sure that we execute it exactly the same. Get that bar to the exact same spot overhead. So we're gonna be doing 2 behind the neck jerks plus 2 jerks. Okay, athletes, stand by. Make sure you have your same clean grips. Because it's going to the back, some people wanna go a little bit wide. Don't do that, we want your same clean grip. Breathe and brace, and jerk. Recover, you short step that one just a little bit, Jason, okay? get a good drive so that you have time to get your feet out there. Breathe and brace and jerk. Recover, barbell in front. Jump up, punch down. Jump up, punch down. Stand by and jerk. Recover. Let me hear your feet, guys. Don't be a little kitty cat, Clara. Be a savage beast with your feet. Stand by and jerk. And recover. And down. And go ahead, rack it. And put a little bit of weight on for this next set, you guys. So for that jerk, when we actively punch our bodies down, we get the timing of our arms locking out the same time our feet hit the ground. What I don't want to see is feet, arms. That tells me that we just jumped the barbell up and then we just blacked out and hoped that the barbell ended up over our head, which usually works with lightweight, but with heavyweight, absolutely that will not fly. So we need to practice driving the bar up, and as soon as it stops moving up, and before it starts moving down, we are now driving against it to punch our bodies down into our split position. So I wanna see this jump up, punch down, really intentional arms when we're in that receiving position. Okay, go ahead, athletes, stand by. Same wider grip. And ready, jerk. Recover, much better. Reset, breathe in through your stomach and brace. And jerk. Recover, bar in front. Drive, boom. Stand by and jerk. Yes, 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 recover. Reset, one more, jump up, punch down, and go. Yes, and recover. Beautiful, and down. So sometimes people get really good about punching down and having really aggressive driving of their body down, but they're so focused on that they forget the most important part, which is driving the barbell up, okay? The vicious driving and jumping of the barbell up is what gives it that elevation. And then the higher that barbell elevates, the more time we have to get our feet where they need to go. If I only drive like 80% or so and the barbell only comes about this high, I don't have enough time to get a solid base. So more than likely, I'm short stepping it and then probably pressing out. So I wanna make sure that I'm initiating this movement with this really vicious, aggressive drive to elevate the bar, to give me time to get my feet out there and to punch into the right position. So you cannot forget about the drive and the jump. Okay, last set, you guys. Jump up, punch down. Stand by, and jerk. Recover. Great adjustment with the back leg, Jason. He was a little too straight and he bent it ever so slightly. Breathe and brace and jerk. Recover. Good, Clara. Step through just as much as you step back. Breathe and brace and jerk. Yes, recover. Down. One more, guys. You gotta attack this one. Ready? And go. Yes, and recover. And bring it down. Beautiful. I love, love, love doing jerks from the rack. I love doing behind the neck jerk. We don't have to worry about being fatigued from the clean, and we can really hone in and focus on our breathing and bracing, our nice upright dip and drive, and then finding that timing of jumping up and punching down. So now we've got our jerk dialed in. Let's go back onto the floor and start our clean complex. All right, guys, so now we're gonna do a clean complex. We're gonna prep and prime our timing and movement for the clean and jerks coming up. So we're gonna be doing one clean deadlift to mid-thigh where we're practicing staying patient, driving our feet through the floor, being balanced all the way up to that mid-thigh position. We're gonna bring the barbell back down and then do a pause power clean where we're gonna pause in our receive for a second or two and then go straight into a front squat without standing back up. This is gonna make sure that when we're power cleaning, we're being diligent about our footwork. Are you someone who power cleans and starfishes? If so, you're not gonna be able to go down into your front squat position. So we need to dial in that footwork and make it the same as our squat clean. So you're gonna power clean, pause, and then go straight into your front squat. Stand and adjust your hands and adjust your feet as you then prepare for a jerk. We're gonna do 3 sets of this. This is gonna be medium light loading here, just working these positions. So athletes, stand by. Hands in your clean position, a little bit wider, Clara. Good, shift forward just slightly, butt down a little bit, Jason, there you go. And mid-thigh. And down. Careful not to sit back, you guys, in that mid-thigh position. Stay balanced, good. And power clean, pause, squat, stand, adjust. Get ready for the jerk. Stand by and jerk. And recover. Beautiful, and put it down. And add a tiny bit of weight here. So what I tend to see a lot is when people go and they pause in that mid-thigh position, they sit back onto their heels and their chest is nice and upright. I want you guys to fight that. Shift forward and bring your butt up just a little bit. Now I'm over that barbell, but I'm balanced on my feet. I'm ready to move in any direction, and I'm definitely ready to drive and jump hard against the ground. So fight that urge to sit back in that mid-thigh position. All right, athletes, stand by. Start position and mid-thigh. Beautiful. Come forward just a little bit, Clara. Down. Find that same position before you power clean. Stand by, power clean. Stay, squat, adjust. Breathe, brace, and jerk. And recover. And down. So remember what we did in the beginning with those tall cleans, okay? We practice getting extension and then shrugging around the bar and then back to the bar. In other words, we're not staying forward like this and then receiving the bar like this. You have to get out of the way of the bar and then come back to the bar. That way the bar has a path to travel straight up to your shoulders in order for you to receive it. If I never get out of the way of the bar, if I never finish that extension, I'm gonna end up either hitting myself in the chest or swinging that barbell away from me. So Jason, I wanna see a little bit more of this jump, shrug around, not jump, and then pull the barbell, reverse curl that barbell up to your shoulders. Okay, no curls for the girls today. All right, start positions. And push your legs into mid-thigh. Stay over, balance, down. Good, jump up, shrug around for the power clean. Stay, so much better. Squat, stand, adjust, breathe and brace, and jerk. Oh, recover, beautiful, and down. So much better, both of you, okay? So now our body's nice and prepped. We've segmented the clean and jerk in every way possible. Now we get to do the full movement and see if we can make them all come together. So we're gonna do 4 singles in the clean and jerk. And you can either build up in weight over the course of the 4 singles, or you can stay at the same weight and try to make all 4 repetitions look exactly the same. It's up to you, okay? So athletes, we'll let Jason finish loading his barbell. Let's work consistency. I want you to think about everything we just covered. Staying over that barbell at a mid-thigh, jumping, shrugging around that bar, and then making sure when you stand and get ready for the jerk, you're breathing, bracing, and then driving viciously against the ground. All right, stand by, get set, and go. And stand, full squat clean, Clara. Breathe and brace, and jerk. Recover, and down. Beautiful, so don't forget that full squat clean, okay? That's right. All right, go ahead and move up in weight. So now is when we start to really attack the bar. You have to be able to manage your energy off of the floor and then just unleash that energy when it's time to jump. It's controlled chaos. Okay, so you gotta make sure you're building up power off the ground, and then as soon as you get to that mid-thigh position, you are going like a bat out of hell. Don't be passive. Don't be meek with that movement. Jump hard, whip those elbows around as hard and fast as possible. All right, athletes, get ready. Stand by and clean. Up and adjust, breathe and brace, and recover. And stand and down. I said recover and I meant to say jerk. You guys did awesome, great job. Okay, so Jason is a strong dude. So right now, because it's still relatively light for him, what I'm seeing is this jump up, pull up, and then a crashing of the barbell on his shoulders. So Jason, I wanna make sure that you're jumping the bar up and then you're moving around into the barbell. So the cue is jump up, shrug down. Don't jump up, shrug up, and then catch the bar. Jump up, shrug down. Jump up, shrug down. That's gonna make your movement a lot more fluid in that receiving position. So he's gonna put a little bit more weight on. We'll let Clara go really quick. All eyes on you, Clara. Hands a little bit wide. Stand by and clean. Up, adjust, breathe and brace, and jerk. Find your balance and recover, and down. So make sure you guys, you saw Clara jerk. It was a little off balance, but she recovered anyways. Try not to do that. Establish balance. Teach your body where you want it to be, feel where you want it to be, and then let yourself recover. Don't rush that recovery. We gotta teach our body where we want it to go. Okay, all right, Jason. Up, beautiful. Good, and breathe, go. Yes, and recover, and down. So much better with that jump up and shrug down. Now here's the problem. When you tell someone to not pull the barbell up, some people, the ones that are very coachable, take it very literally, almost to the point where they're then not using their arms at all. You do use your arms, but you can only use them at a very specific time. and that is after you have fully finished jumping. Okay, so my arms are completely turned off. I drive, and then it's time to turn the arms back on again. Okay, so after he jumps up and shrugs down, now it's time to crank that soldier boy, crank those elbows high and outside, and then whip them around as hard and fast as possible. So arms turned off, arms turned on. Okay, all right, athletes. Yeah, you gotta get chalk. I don't know how anyone does anything in life without chalk. Ready, stand by. Set, and go. Up, up, up. Good. Breathe and brace, and go. Tight. Fight, 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 fight. Recover. Don't look at him, Clara. Don't worry about what's going on behind you. You almost died, but don't watch, okay? So that was an awesome fight. When you think that you're gonna lose something, a lot of people just give up, and Jason did not, and he saved Clara's life right there. Don't stop fighting just because it's not in the perfect position. Keep fighting as hard as you can to find that stability overhead. You guys have one more clean and jerk, and this is where you just empty the tank. So whatever reservations you've had, wherever you feel yourself holding back a little bit with that tenacity, now is the repetition to just let it all out there and let it all go. So I want aggressive, strong pulls off the ground. I want you to be fierce as you jump that barbell up, and then I dare you to have 2 fast of elbows whipping around. Once you execute the most perfect clean you've ever done in your life, stay focused in, get your air and brace, and then let it all out on this last jerk. Athletes, are you ready? Let's do this. The most perfect clean and jerk you've ever done in your life. Hands on, get set, clean. Go! Beautiful! Get set, breathe, brace, jerk, fight, recover. Great adjustments, both of you. Absolutely beautiful. All right, guys, that was such an amazing class. So we started off with the Burgener warm-up for the clean, where we got to practice my 2 favorite movements of muscle clean, working those fast elbows, and then tall cleans, that practicing of pulling yourself down and around that barbell, which we ended up seeing was necessary on the power cleans, right? Then we transitioned into a jerk primer, where on the tall jerks, we got to practice punching down into our split, and then the press and split, we got to practice that stability in that split position. We then transitioned into behind the neck jerks, where we got to feel where that barbell needs to end up, straight into a split jerk from the front, where we got to practice getting that barbell into that same spot, regardless of our face being in the way. Then we moved into a clean complex, where we got to practice staying patient over the bar to that mid-thigh. And then we got to practice that pause power clean, making sure that our footwork was dialed so that we could go straight into a front squat. We wrapped everything up with ending with clean and jerks for the day, seeing if we can take all of the bits and pieces that we practiced today and put it all in to one movement, which is the clean and jerk. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you had a blast. Thank you, Jason, Clara. If you guys ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You guys are awesome.